Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC Wild Card round, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This fielded right at the goal line. Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This is 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it is caught. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. In motion left, Hill. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. On the move past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a touchdown.
Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a man in for an expanded role in 2023. It's James Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Allen. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there. It's 2nd down. They run the counter with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Here's Cook again. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Bills at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the... So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Third and 2.
Middle.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss right side. HN with it. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A quick slant to Hill. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer.
And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Finds his rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. Allen going to change the look here. First down, here's the run with Cook. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. And now they'll shift things around. On second down, Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Allen going to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Bills nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And shoves him off at the 20. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this had.
There he goes left side. Inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there out of Cook. 63 yards on the ground. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. On second down, here's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time right. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll run. It's Miller. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards that time. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Allen going to audible to a different look. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 9 yards that time. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Samuel going to go in motion right. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Allen going to change this at the line.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Flushed out right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Cook going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now Allen. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
But, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to go for it on 4th down. Allen hit. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Achane to start the drive. Taron Johnson made the stop. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness. and the ladder just occurred.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They run again on first down. Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Again, it's Cook. Nifty move. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Cook running right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Third down. Here's a run by Cook. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Miami,